YouTube, what's going on? This is professional Madden player T Davis, and in today's video, we're breaking down the Chicago Bears playbook. We're going over 5 money plays in this playbook. You know, we're on to our sixth playbook, I believe, here in our 32 playbook mini schemes that we're breaking down here. We're going through 5 money plays in all 32 playbooks. Now, I will say the Chicago Bears playbook, not one of my favorite playbooks in the game. I don't think it's one of the best. But with that being said, there are some unique things in the playbook that is specific to this playbook that I think you guys will enjoy. Has some cool formations that you don't see a lot of in a couple different plays that aren't in any of the formations in the game or playbooks in the game. So it's definitely unique. It's not elite if you're more of a compressed bunch, you know, meta type player, but it does have some different stuff that you can mix in. So make sure you guys subscribe here to the channel if you want more pro player tips, gameplays, and free ebooks. Be sure to hit that bell so you're notified when I do drop all this content. We're almost at that 3,000 subscriber mark. The support has been amazing. Also, watch me play live on twitch.tv/tdavisbrand. I usually stream during the week, during the day, so check me out. Watching pro players only makes you better. Also, check out my brand new defensive ebook. It's with the multiple playbook. We have A-gap nanos, we have run defense, we have coverage defense. Check out this ebook down below in the link in the description, as well as my coaching sessions. We have 30-minute and 60-minute sessions going over anything you want to improve at when it comes to competitive Madden. But that's it for the intro, guys. Let's get into today's video. Chicago Bears playbook, 5 money plays that will help you improve within your offense. Alright, guys, so in today's video, we're breaking down the Chicago Bears playbook. We're going over 5 money plays in this whole playbook. And like I said in the intro, it's not one of my favorite playbooks in the game. I think it is one of the worst. But, you know, I got to stay true to the series. We're doing all 32 NFL teams, so we're on to Chicago Bears. I'm going to try to break down a couple unique things in this playbook so that you can have something different. So if there are some fans out there that do, or some viewers out there that do like the Chicago Bears playbook or want to rep for their team or just want to try something different, it does have some unique stuff in this playbook that we're going to break down. So first formation we're going to look at here is wing stack. You can create a nice little mini scheme in this formation. 2 things I want to point out first is that you really want to base this formation around the inside zone as well as the power O. The power O acts as almost like an O1 trap. And we've talked about it many times in my videos on the channel how O1 trap is just really effective this year in Madden 21. So those are the 2 runs you want to build around. Then the pass play that I like to build around is PA Reid. Now, if you do have a route apprentice or a route master or quarterback, it will make this formation 100 times better. But since we don't, we're using the Bears here in practice, and we're just going to come out in PA Reid. Can run a couple different setups versus any coverage. The first setup is we can kind of just come out and quick hike this. I'll just like to streak, circle, and drag the other tight end like this. So we're going to kind of have a double drag post combo just like this. You're going to be able to beat man with this combo, and you'll be able to beat zone as well. So as you can see, that crossing route is really good right there from the triangle route receiver. He's not on an actual drag. He's kind of almost on like a slant. It's going to really be really good versus man-to-man coverage. And it's going to kind of, if you have a good route runner, good speed, it's going to really burn man. So we'll go ahead and run that setup one more time here. As you can see here, we just hit the drag. So we're kind of just have a mesh concept with a couple underneath crossers and that post behind it. Now that post behind it is really good as well. Let's go ahead and run it one more time. That post behind it is kind of get in the middle versus zones, and it's going to beat man. We'll kind of wait for him here. He's going to beat that man all the way down, see if we can get it. But the safety was there. So this setup is okay. My favorite setup out of this is going to be just like this. So we're going to have a high-low read on the left now with the post-hitch combo. And then we're going to have our flat wheel combo to the right side with a streak to the tight end. You guys know how much I love the flat wheel combo. Sometimes we can throw that little quick flat out there to the sidelines. You don't really necessarily even need to motion that guy out, but I do like to do it to bring the zones out even further. Let's go ahead and run it here. Looks like we got a man version right there. There's that post. It's a quick cutting post. Like I said, it's going to torch man-to-man, and it's going to get in, behind any hook curls. Go ahead and run it one more time, and then we'll get into the replay. So we motion that guy out. We can throw a little quick flat. We got man-to-man. Boom, there's the post. So let's go ahead and get into the replay. So a lot of the times, if it's man, we're looking for that post. If it is zone, like the first version that we did is what we want to run versus man. Versus zone, we want to look for our halfback wheel combo, flat combo over here. Or we want to look for the high-low read with the post and the hitch or a zone. Now versus man, like I said, I like to go to the original version when we have those crossing routes. And then look for the sharp post right here. As you can see, versus man is always going to torch him, especially if you have good route running and good speed. Next play we're going to look at is PA Reid out of the gun wide trips offset weak. And now, in my opinion, this is the best play in the whole playbook. This has some of the best routes you can find in the game. It already has the stock tight end crossing route. And if you guys have followed competitive Madden at all so far, Madden 21, you know that the hot route apprentice tight end crossing route has been a meta route so far. With the route apprentice, it's going to beat man. It's going to get open on the sidelines versus zone. So this play already has a built-in stock. We also have that deep S route on the outside receiver, which is going to get beat man if you have 90 route running, and it's also a good route versus zone. Then the slot receiver is on like an inverted post route that's really good too, especially versus cover 2. Now you can keep that route or you can drag the receiver. It's really up to you. So there's 2 different ways we can set this up. Let's get ahead and get into it. We can do it versus any defense. Now you can keep the play action if you want. I like to just kind of block the running back. So the first thing is that we can just kind of run it stock like this. You can also drag R1 like I said. But the main 2 routes are going to be that X route and circle route. Those are your money routes. As you can see here, the tight end crossing route just so good. Gets wide open on the sidelines. So the fact that this play has that built-in stock, you don't even need to have the hot route apprentice for it, which just makes this play probably, like I said, the best in the whole entire playbook. We'll go ahead and streak square as well to get the zones back. You don't want to keep on that comeback route because he'll run into the crossing route. Let's go ahead and run it here again. Here we'll just check down to our drag underneath. So we have that high-low read with the tight end and the slot receiver. Go ahead and run this setup one more time now. Just going to drag R1, streak square. It's going to look like this. Going to go ahead and hike it. And we're going to have that tight end crossing route. It's going to beat man and zone. Jimmy Graham, it doesn't have any speed. But if you have a guy with at least 80 speed there, he's going to absolutely torch him. We'll go ahead and break up. The other setup I like is to drag, square, block the running back. So now we're really going to have, it's all basically all crossing routes. We're going to have high-low reads here with the drag and the crosser. As you can see there, we just hit the drag of the check down. Go ahead and run it one more time, then I'll get into the replay. Just drag square, block the running back. And what do we see? Looks like here we can throw this little crosser over the middle. They made a good play on it. Let's try to do that one more time. Really, that route is versus cover 2, but sometimes you can throw that versus some other coverages. We'll hit the drag man-to-man right there. I'll try to go one more time, then we'll get into the replay. This looks like a man-to-man version. And we're getting hit. Tight end was about to be wide open. So once again, drag square, block the running back. What do we see? Got the drag for the check down. Let's go ahead and get into the replay. I mean, you're just kind of looking for these crossing routes. We're going to have square and X. They're going to beat man-to-man. They're also going to be a high-low read versus zone. You can kind of do whatever you want with R1. Like I said, you could drag him. You could even streak him if you wanted to as well to bring the zones back. Like there, you could hit him right away too with a quick pass, just like that. It's going to get behind a lot of yellow zones and hook zones, so you can throw it real quickly. And then once again, like I said, we have these high-low reads. And then this S route is good. If you have a good route running, 90 deep route running guy there with good speed, he's going to torch him on man-to-man. I don't have that here, obviously, with Anthony Miller or whoever this is. So if you have an elite guy there, that route is really money. Versus that, you can even utilize some motion as well to get off the press. But yeah, all these routes in this play are really good. We're going to have high-low reads. We're going to have crossing routes. They're going to beat man and zone. Next play we're going to look at is out of the tray open offset formation. The play is going to be Y shallow cross. Now, the Bears do have some like unique plays with auto motion and good route combos in some unique and unorthodox formations. So you're not always going to see like a lot of gun bunch, gun tight things in this playbook, but you do have some of these unique trips, Y trips, tray opens, tray Y flex type plays in this playbook specifically that are good. So this play Y shallow cross, we're really just going to run this play stock. We can run this versus any coverage. Now, the only other guy I would suggest putting a different route on would be the tight end R1 there, because the wheel routes are not that great this year. So you could just kind of streak him is probably what I would do, just like this. And we're going to keep that auto motion because he's on this inverted post route. It's a really good route. We know how good this running back route is out of the backfield, and we also have this drag getting wide open. So use a lot with that auto motion. It's going to allow them to kind of mesh. Everything's kind of a mesh over the middle here, and we're going to be able to beat man, and we're going to get underneath zones. So really this play is just good because it can beat every single coverage in the game. Once again, we utilize the auto motion, wait for our running back route. This running back route is one of the best money routes in Madden 21. So just a beautiful play. We'll go ahead and do it one more time here. See if we can look for the post in-route combo here. Not sure if we'll be able to get it. Looks like we have the in-route there for a nice... So that once again, that was man right there, and we had the running back wide open. Let's go ahead and run it one more time before we get into the replay. Usually you want to look for that running back drag combo to see which one we can hit. We had both of them. We'll check it down to the running back for a big play. So once again, that running back route is just money, especially if you're matched up against a linebacker. You could hit that route all day long. As we take a look at the replay, that auto motion really comes over and causes a kind of a weird little thing with all the defenders. So it's going to be able to cause like a mesh concept like you see in the NFL. It's a play you see in the NFL a lot. We're just throwing underneath to one of our drag or our running back route versus man. As you can see, the drag is open as well. And then this post is kind of here. I like it versus zone, but if you, like I said in the previous play, if you have a good route running, good speed, that's going to beat man-to-man as well. And then we have our deep dig route, which is usually always good versus man. And then our streak is there just to bring any zones back or bring the guys back. Next play we're going to break down is the RPO zone alert bubble out of gun bunch open tight end. And I broke it down in a video last year in Madden 20 on the best RPO. And I believe once again, and I'll probably make a video on these type of RPOs, but I think this is the best RPO in Madden 21. Again, you can find this type of alert bubbles in a lot of different formations. You know, you see it in gun bunch open offset. You see it in gun bunch open tight end. You can even find it in some doubles and some trips. So to me, when you have numbers over there, you're going to have 3 guys out there on the wide side. And usually you only have 2 defenders out there. So you're going to throw it all day long for the nice little bubble screen. And if not, you can always hand it off or you can keep it with the quarterback. So I prefer, unless you have like a Lamar Jackson, to hand it off or throw the bubble. And you're kind of just reading the defense of this and seeing where the numbers are. So let's go ahead and get into it. Right here, we have a 3-on-3 out there, and they're in a 3-man front. I'm handing the ball off with this every single time. So that's where you're just kind of reading the numbers, reading the defense every single time. So boom, I'm handing this off, getting up the field inside zone. Usually you're going to have the numbers up the middle right there. You want to get a hat on hat. So now I take a look over there. I have 3 guys, and they only have 2. You could say the safety maybe, but the safety is very far back. I'm going to take my chances with this and usually throw it out there to that bubble. Get out there. I'm going to wait for my blocks, and it's always going to be positive yardage with this play. That's why I love mixing in the bubble RPOs, because it's usually always positive yards. You can't really lose yardage on this play. The inside zone is guaranteed about 2-3 yards, and the bubble screen is guaranteed about a yard or 2. It can possibly be a huge play. So that's why I love mixing this play into my offense, because it's just a guaranteed positive yardage type of play. Once again, let's see what we have here. 3-on-3 out there, so we're going to go ahead and hand it off. Inside zone, we got to get up there a little bit quicker, Tariq, because we had a big gain right there. If we could have got up the field a little quicker. Take a look, 3-on-3 out there again. Let's hand it off. They're getting some great sheds right now. Oh, man, Chicago Bears offensive line. So right there, it looks like they have a 3-on-2. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. What do we see? We get up the field. Look at that, gain of about 8 yards right there because we had the numbers. We'll go ahead and do it one more time. Looks like we got a little double safety blitz, and we got the numbers again. I'm going to head and toss it out there. See what we can see. We usually have a 1-on-1 too if you can make a little move. And I'll do it one more time. You can also, like I said, keep it with your quarterback. I don't really recommend doing it unless you have a Lamar Jackson. Oh, I guess you can on this one. So on the one in gun bunch open offset, you can keep with the quarterback because it's kind of an option play. So this is just more of a run pass. You can't really keep with the quarterback, but it's still good. So once again, here now we have the numbers in the middle of the field. I'm handing this off every single time. Cut it up like that, automatic 5 yards. So sometimes too, when you see it like that, especially if they're in like a man-to-man defense, you can take this to the outside, just like this. I would take it to the outside and get around that edge because a lot of the times they'll be man-aligned with all their receivers out wide to the sidelines. But yeah, you usually just want to hand it off. It's like an inside zone, so that's the 4th play. Let's get into the 5th one. All right, so the final play I wanted to break down is out of the split slot formation. I wanted to break this down because this formation is not in any other playbooks, I believe. It might be in one other playbook, but it's a new formation that they added in Madden 20 towards the end in the live playbooks, and they kept it here for Madden 21. Now, it's not the best formation. It doesn't have that many plays. As you can see, it only has 6 plays. But I wanted to break it down for the channel. It's fun. It's a new formation. It's a little flavor to this thing, and you can create a decent little mini scheme. As you can see, this play Texas here. That route by the outside receiver is an elite route. I mean, that route is really good. We also have the angle route out of the backfield, which you guys know is one of the best, can beat man-to-man. Then mixing in that halfback inside as well as a slip screen is what I recommend. So it's a 3-play mini scheme. But we're going to come out in the play Texas versus pretty much any coverage. I like to just drag circle like this and wheel route triangle. So it's going to look like that. But our money route is that square route and the R1 route. If it is man coverage, like it is here, usually we're going to beat them, and boom, that angle route destroys man-to-man. As you guys know, angle routes are money versus man-to-man coverage. Let's go ahead and run again. But see, if you see a look like this, I'm audibling down to that HB inside every time. And it's one of the better runs this year, in my opinion. They have it. I've been running West Coast Playbook a lot, and in the last few years, fullback dive out of that was really good. But I think HB inside is better than the fullback dive this year, so we're going to go ahead and hand it off. Can it get up quickly for about 3-4 yards there. Let's go ahead and run Texas one more time here. Once again, drag circle. wheeler route triangle, just like this. And then boom, you can hit that crossing route because it's money. It's going to get behind hook zones. It's going to torch man-to-man. Then the final play that I wanted to break down is the slip screen. As you guys, I talked about, slip screens are back this year. They're so good. So if you mix this in a little bit like that, get it out there, follow your blocks, you're going to a lot of times turn slip screen into a huge, huge play this year. We'll go ahead and do it one more time. See if we can get out there with some blocking. We're getting absolutely screamed at because we have the worst offensive line in the game. So one more time here. But this versus this, I would run the dive or the inside zone or the halfback inside every time. But this time we throw the screen. We get the numbers. You always want to be patient. Follow your blockers. And this is a nice little main scheme out of the split slot. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This has been 5 money plays out of the Chicago Bears playbook. If you guys want more money plays, pro player tips, gameplays, ebooks, much more, make sure you subscribe here to the channel. I appreciate all you guys' support, man. Until next time, your boy T Davis is out.